G'day mates, it's Mike again. I said I'd do 2 videos in a day. I promised. Honestly, kind of been a bit frustrated because of this whole Linux thing. I think I know now the general ballpark of what the problem is. It's a stupid, display thing. Because I tried booting it on my shitbox laptop, and it worked perfectly fine. But I also tried, updating the drivers and everything on this thing, but it's that didn't work. I bet it's some stupid thing that's the way my monitor's plugged in. That's what I think it might be. I know it's not a software glitch. I know it's not because of the Rufus or fucking Bellina that I used to try to flash it onto the drive. It's just fucking annoying. Anyway, time to look at time to continue on with this reaction. Don't forget to subscribe to Fox Pawpaws. He's absolutely fantastic. Do it.
Megan took a trip to Kentucky with her family.
Yes, she did.
She was away from her PC during this time, but that did not stop Chris from attempting to communicate through email.
Of course it wouldn't.
I hope that you're able to get my messages over in Kentucky. By the way...
I wonder if she actually told him that she wouldn't be able to see it on the PC. She wasn't going to be able to see it because you can only look at it on the PC. This was back in the mid to late 2000s, by the way, before smartphones were a thing, and you could read emails on them.
By the way, which time zone are you in? Central or Eastern?
I mean, I know a huge portion of my viewers are probably older than me, which actually I kind of prefer that, to be honest.
That will matter to
especially now that these new laws are coming in that are gonna make it that you have to be a certain age to have a YouTube account or whatever, in Australia anyway.
You'd like me to visit you? I'll open my gate. I miss you a lot, but I'm okay. I still get a sweet, happy feeling each time I think of your fun wits,
God,
your pretty face, and the fun you and I have shared so far. I hope you and your family are safe and doing well. I hope to hear from you soon, and I will send another message later on. Megan didn't reply.
Your faithful friend who thinks fondly of you.
So 3 days later, Chris sent another email. I'm guessing you will have been busy, getting settled and enrolling John and whatnot, but...
Enrolling John where? It doesn't matter. Don't want to say anything personal.
Appreciate a reply soon. He lists all of the Soul Calibur cards he picked up, and talks about the Transformer movie.
That's a lot of Soul Calibur cards. It reminds me of this, the thing I saw on the Quickie page for the financial crisis. It's Chris did a little budgeting thing, and the expense that was the biggest by far was the little Legos he bought, which was over $1,000 worth of Legos or something. See, this is why I don't spend money on useless shit.
Well, I have things to do. I hope you're all doing well in Kentucky.
Faithfully
and I miss
yours.
you, sweetie. Please reply soon. This went on for a month, with Chris
Wow.
emailing Megan every few days, never receiving a response. Aside from all that, I think fondly of you lots, and I count down the days until you and your family return, as well as an email from you.
Oh, I wait fondly for an email.
I miss you so much, and I hope you're all well and safe.
Maybe you should try calling her. Oh wait, she didn't give you her phone number, did she?
I can hear from you. I hope you're all doing well. I will send another email. I'm still thinking of you sweetly and fondly. It is good. I long to see you again at the game place. And welcome you back with open arms. I sometimes feel lonely.
I wonder if she contributed to him being banned from the game place. I'm sure she would have if the game place owner, Michael Snyder or whatever, asked for testimonies from different people. I'm sure she wouldn't have exactly supported Chris at that point.
But it is so worth the wait just to be close to you. I like you.
I like you. Come on, Chris.
Faithfully yours, Chris Chan. On July 18th, Chris told Megan about the Parappa the Rapper contest. It would be so awesome if I won the grand prize. A trip for two to Seattle, Washington for the Penny Arcade Expo.
You know, I think he probably would have taken his mum instead.
And I couldn't think of anyone better to be there with me than you. But given you're currently being in Kentucky, and if you'll come back home that soon, it could be iffy.
No shit, Charlotte.
On July 23rd, Chris wishes Megan a happy birthday, but he also mentions the contest again.
23rd
I'd really like
of
to win
July.
that trip and those PSPs so I can share the experience.
Hang on, let's do the maths. So, 23rd of July. 2007 minus 21. 1986, I think. Yeah. 1986. I think she's 39.
Experience with you, my closest,
Jeez.
sweetest friend. Who knows? Maybe I can wing it for good results. July 28th, he continues to talk about the contest. I fantasy you and me taking the trip.
Fantasy, yeah, English, brilliant.
Having fun at the Penny Arcade Expo. Maybe take a tour of the Nintendo of America company.
And maybe spend our first time in the bed together.
Playing Guitar Hero with you on my PS3 in our hotel room. And basically just being with you, period.
Yeah, being with you means gaining carnal knowledge of her, basically. Or however you put it. You know what I
I'll
mean.
be happier when you're standing in front of me again, safe and sound.
Safe and sound. What, like she's some sort of fucking damsel in distress?
Enough from my heart. Blush.
Oh god, and there's the cringe habit. You know, you've seen it before, how some people like to put in, like, action words or whatever in their texts, like eyes blink or some shit, or blushes, like they're an anime character. Jesus fucking Christ. So Chris predated that shit too by like a decade or two.
For a while, my sweet friend.
My sweet friend.
I'll email you again soon.
Faithfully yours.
On August 3rd, Chris found out they had lost the Chop Chop Master Onions
Oh no!
rap showdown to an entry from Adam Stackhouse.
Absolutely fucking legend.
Chris was furious.
Don't forget to check this video out. It's so fucking legendary. I think you can look up the Parappa the Rapper contest or whatever, or you could just look up Adam Stackhouse, or maybe like Cheap Cheap the Cooking Chicken. The basic like story behind that in the game is he basically, Parappa needs to make a cake for his crush's birthday. This is my memory, but he doesn't have the. Well, actually no. They bought a cake originally, but the cake gets ruined. This is from memory, by the way, and so he has to cook a new one. And so he goes to Cheap Cheap the Cooking Chicken, or watches Cheap Cheap on the TV or whatever. And that's when the song plays. It's like basically him making the cake for his crush's birthday.
He wrote an angry email to Sony executives.
Oh god, this is just too legendary, this.
In addition to my message on your machine, I really wanted that trip so I could have a chance to impress my sweetest Megan.
Dude. Let's just assume for a second that Megan was initially like neutral or whatever, or up to the point that he was making the emails or whatever, sending the emails to her in Kentucky. Let's just assume that for a second she's like neutral or considering the possibility. What you did by sending all those emails 99% chance, if she wasn't interested in you before, she definitely wouldn't be interested in you now. Because it just comes across as desperately needy and whatnot.
Possibly.
And before any guys say, oh, this is just women being nasty or whatever, try to put yourself in that kind of position where someone's just constantly trying to get your attention. it can be overwhelming. I'll just put it that way.
Fulfill my dream of getting married and soon have a daughter named Crystal.
Yes. That is a shit name, honestly. I had a co-worker friend called Crystal. I'd still be chill with her, but I'd kind of like, our paths crossed, and, you know, we're moving on to different stages of our lives, you know, moving out, getting engaged, whatever. I actually think she might have tried hooking up with me, but I wasn't having any of it. Because, like, she's not exactly, the kind of person that I would hook up with. I'll just put it at that.
Now I, a frustrated, high-functioning, autistic 25-year-old virgin, have been balls broken.
Balls broken. Do you really think the executive would care about your sex life? Like, it's such a pathetic way to try to guilt trip him. Like everyone's a fucking incel or whatever. And when I say incel, I don't mean, just not, you know, being sexually active. I'm saying incel to me is like, it's a mindset, it's a mentality, it's basically, it's more complex than what I'm trying to put it, but the things I think of when I think of incel is thinks way too much about getting into a relationship, both either romantic or sexual, overthinks it way too much, and then kind of falls down the societal rabbit hole of how the world is like shit or whatever. And they would probably also be part of the community as well. It's not just, you know, I'm not getting laid, it makes me a bit sad. It's like, it's a genuine kind of hatred, a genuine, like, extreme hatred for people in general, not just women, but other guys as well, because they'd assume that, you know, they're all sexually active too, which is not the case. And I'm not saying that the dating world is good or anything, I'm just saying incel is just a mindset. It's a mindset, it's not necessarily a state of being, at least not physically anyway. Just because you've never had sex, that doesn't mean you're an incel. Even if it's because you have trouble with getting into a relationship, it's the anger that comes with it that kind of leads down the path of inceldom, basically.
Like I have through a big chunk of my life in America's favourite game, Kick the Autistic.
I can't blame Chris though for thinking that maybe like society is against autistic people. I've kind of experienced it a bit. It's like, autistic people, the two big things that autistic people have trouble with, at least my personal anecdotes, is getting a job and getting laid or whatever. And it's more like a long-term thing, you know, getting into relationships and stuff like that. And I think it's because autism is more of like a social neurodivergence, where you have trouble with like eye contact and stuff like that, and also recognizing signs as well. It's also the anxiety that can come from it as well, but it honestly feels like, at least from a job-seeking perspective, having autism can be like an absolute curse. But I like to step back and remember that it's not, I don't think it's just because I have autism that I can't find a job. It's because it's a bunch of things, both internally, externally as well. I think deep down I really don't want a job, I just want to work. That's kind of the thing. I'm sick of the idea of having to be tied to a contract or tied to an employer like a slave. And it's why I prefer doing odd jobs for people around the area. You know, like the farmers around here. That's kind of what I do. Anyway, enough about me.
I had my fantasies of having fun with Megan, taking her to a really
having fun, we all know what that means.
Destination. I'm not rich. Taking a long-wanted tour of the Nintendo of America company tour with her. playing Guitar Hero against the guy in the parappa costume.
The guy in the... So you're not even going to pretend that it's parappa.
Jamming with Megan in the hotel room, and possibly our first time in the bed.
Could you imagine Chris, trying to get laid? Imagine him being with Megan in the apartment. Actually, that's really fucked up, because Chris is a real sex pest, so he could have probably raped her. This is why Megan never wanted to go on the trip with him when she found out. But I could imagine him going, "Mummy, can I please have sex?" Well, actually, he probably did that with Barb. God.
Life can be so unfair and fucking corrupt.
Dude, it's like trying to win the lottery. You think it's like Elliot Rodger when he had like a temper tantrum for not winning the lottery. The chances of you winning the lottery is like 1 in a trillion. That's probably generous of me.
The following day, Chris sent a follow-up email with a request that Adam Stackhouse and many of the other entries be disqualified.
Okay, let's read these fucking reasons. Adam Stackhouse, it has music. No, it does not. No, it does not. It's literally just his voice going... I don't even know what the rules were. Like, do they have to be alone? Evidently not, since Adam Stackhouse won, but... He actually put a photo of Megan in the fucking video. Jesus Christ.
Allegedly breaking various rules of the competition. Chris also uploaded a video of himself shooting a picture of Adam Stackhouse with a toy gun.
That could be interpreted as like a threat, like a death threat or something. Chris probably should have been more careful.
And that is how angry I am at Adam Stackhouse.
Oh my god.
Rudell, and Surya Butchwald. They should have been disqualified because they had music and more than one person in their Freakazoid video.
Freakazoid.
Sony refused.
Yeah, but they were still better quality than the shit that you put out. And even so, Megan wouldn't have gone on the trip with him. We all know this. I'm just fucking beating a dead horse at this point.
To change the results of the contest.
I love that Sony just held their ground, but truth be told, why wouldn't they hold their ground? The guy that's threatening them is this fat fucking man-child who probably doesn't even know where their headquarters are. Probably wouldn't be able to get access to a firearm even if he wanted to. Probably wouldn't even know how to get access to a firearm.
On August 3rd, Chris sent another
Let's read this.
email to an unresponsive Megan.
I just learnt that I'm not the winner of the Parappa Chop Master Onion contest. Among their 10 videos, they were organised alphabetically. I checked the HTML source and that explained why I was number 7. That's bull. He thinks the reason Adam Stackhouse won was because his name was like first in... Wow. Anyway, that lucky jerk, Adam Stackhouse, assumed to be his email name, gets to go to Seattle. I wonder if he went with his sister. That son of a bitch should have been disqualified. His dance was supposed to be music-free, yet he had some shitty beatbox in the background. That was his voice. I feel like it was also his sister's voice, though, to be honest, if you actually listen to it. I am angry, depressed, and lonesome all simultaneously. I worked so damn hard. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. The hardest work he did, as it says here, is stuffing the ballot. They even made over 120 dummy email accounts to match with their dummy PlayStation accounts so I could stuff the fucking ballot.
letting her know the outcome of the contest. I am angry, depressed, and lonesome. Ooh.
I really wanted to take you somewhere fun and exciting so I could be together for longer than usual. I really wanted to give you and John each a PSP. I failed. So much effort rapping and dancing with goofy effects to be even considered. God. Just because you put like a bunch of random stock effects in doesn't mean that it's good. You know, I reckon he probably even used Windows Movie Maker. I know you're not watching this, Emperor Tiger Star, but for the love of all things good, just fucking switch to Adobe Premiere Pro. It's so much better. It runs rings around Windows Movie Maker.
All simultaneously. I worked so damn hard. I sent like over 500 messages between MySpace accounts to match with their dummy PlayStation accounts, so I could stuff the ballot. I really wanted to take you somewhere fun and exciting, so you and I could be together for longer than usual. So much effort, rapping and dancing with goofy effects to even be considered. Spreading the word as far and wide as possible. Wasted.
Wasted. Was that all he did for the past God knows how long he knew about the contest? Because he could have spent that time, I don't know, applying for jobs. Or doing something else, like focusing on improving his skills. Maybe he could have worked on improving his illustration skills with the Sonichu comics and whatnot. But no, you have to just make a bunch of fake accounts to try to rig a vote for some random contest so you can take your fucking crush that doesn't even like you back out to some other side of the country for some expo or whatever. The only person who's at fault here really is Chris.
I did it all for you, Megan. I had you in my heart as I chopped the onion a la mode dance. I gave so much energy.
I mean, considering the lack of effort he put into the video, to me it says, I don't give a fuck about Megan.
Even had the gut virus for a couple of days. Crazy, I guess.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm not in such a delightful mood at this time.
Of course
It may
not.
take a few days or so for me to recover.
Well, it's a good thing Megan's not reading these emails then, is she?
Then again, you make me feel happy. I just realised that you were, and still are, a continuing inspiration for me. I looked at you in our photo ever since...
I hate to say this, but I did kind of once or twice say that kind of thing to Harley. And it's really fucking cringe. Especially now when I look back on it. Anyway.
Since you left for Kentucky, and I still get a happy feeling. From a feeling of having you to fall on when I feel low. You're such a delightful listener, and you are truly intelligent when you talk about what interests you and such. I'm so delighted to have you in my life, and I appreciate you every day.
Yeah, sure.
Soon after...
Hang on. Let's read this fucking rest of this shit. Oh, so what if I didn't win that trip? I can still look forward to being able to coming over to your house, or you to mine sometime. Oh, they visited houses. And I'll get to see you at least on Fridays, although I'd like to be with you much more than that. I like you so much, Megan. I mean, it is kind of cute how fond he was of her, but at this point it's like well and truly unrequited love. And it can almost be seen as like a control thing on Chris's part. As for what happened at the game place, it was so-so, and I didn't get any Soul Calibur cards today, although blah blah blah. Anyway.
Megan returned from their trip to find at least a dozen unanswered emails.
Jesus Christ. The question I have is, how did the trolls manage to get a hold of them? Did she send them over to him? Wait, did she send them over to the trolls? I don't know, or was it just Chris that released everything like he does with fucking everything else?
August 8th, she finally responded.
Jesus Christ. Christian, I haven't been checking my email until recently, and I just want to say that your behaviour has irritated me for the last time. This is kind of like Darth Vader versus Darth Vader and Admiral Ozzel. You know, when he, like, force chokes Ozzel through the screen. You have failed me for the last time, Admiral.
I haven't been checking my email until recently, and I just want to say that your behaviour has irritated me for the last time. First, I'll start off with saying that I'm glad you didn't win the contest.
That's fucking brutal. That is brutal, but at the same time, I can imagine how annoyed Megan must be, like, genuinely super annoyed. You'd have to really push some people for them to get to the point where it's like, they're that blunt about it. You'd have to push me to the absolute limit.
Because I have no interest in going on a trip alone with someone who can't keep his hands off me.
Exactly,
I'm not your girl,
exactly.
Friend, and I never will be.
Yeah, because he sounds like he's writing to his girlfriend, doesn't he? The way he says all this, like, lovey-dovey sounding shit. Oh, you make me feel so happy. You're friend whom I'm most fond of. You're in my thoughts. Blah 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 blah. Love hearts. Like, that comes across as, you know, and he'll say later on, "Oh, I never said you were my girlfriend." Yeah, but you were implying it heavily.
When I say don't touch me, that means don't touch me. What may seem friendly to you?
Yeah, exactly. It's this is when it starts becoming problematic when you make advances. It's when you're super persistent. If a woman expresses disinterest, I mean, I've said this a billion fucking times, honestly, but sometimes, for some people, you just can't get it through their heads enough. If a woman expresses disinterest openly, drop it. Just drop it and leave. Oh god, now the butcher bird's outside. We'll probably want to feed soon. There was a snake in the trees yesterday. Oh, it was a python, and the birds were just going ballistic. Evidently, they know what they're doing, because they're still alive.
Which gets to me. You whine that you're just being friendly, but you obviously have no consideration for my feelings.
He's not just being friendly, he's trying to get Megan to fall in love with him. Chris is so pathetic with his excuses. He really is.
Also, I can't say how...
Oh, hang on. The way you went off on Nina because she patted me on the head was very rude and uncalled for. Just because someone else has made physical contact with me doesn't give you the authority to do so. See, that's the thing as well. The difference is, chances are that person was probably just like a stranger or something, you know, or barely knew them. And that's kind of why you'd probably tolerate it at first, is because, you know, people have different kind of cultural values. As I said, it's more normal for, like, Italian men to cry, for example, or more normal for, like, the French to, like French people will, like, kiss each other on the lips or whatever as a greeting thing. And, you know, you gotta be a bit sensitive in that regard, you know. If someone does that to you and it's, like, uncalled for, usually you'd probably be like, I'd be polite about it and say, oh, I appreciate the gesture, but I would prefer it if you don't. Thanks anyway. Yeah, and that is kind of a truth bomb as well. If different people get treated differently, oh, what a shock.
I like how you use my photo in your video and on the cover of your comic book. I want them removed from the internet immediately.
Yeah, but it's not exactly that simple. Chris has to keep working on it.
And I don't like your Megan obsession. I don't like being a character in your comics.
Hang on. Yeah. Megan obsession. At least I never went this far with Harley, thank God. Fucking hell. That's definitely too far. If any sane man should not be obsessed with a woman, let alone women in general. Do not be obsessed with them. because it'll lead you down the path of misery and suffering. It is hell. Just ask Chris Chan.
I don't like how you made me a character in Soul Calibur and Animal Crossing. That kind of behaviour really freaks me out.
That's definitely fair to say that.
With that all said, we're down to two options. A, we remain friends and only friends, period. As in, no more touching me, following me, asking me personal questions, and giving me things.
I wonder what kind of personal questions she means. I wonder... I know Chris said in one thing that Megan was also a V-card holder. But I wonder if he actually asked her that directly, because that's kind of a cunty thing to ask. Like, other people's sex lives are none of your business. Though, the only exception I'd really make is if you're going to be sexual with someone, if you're about to copulate with, like, someone, knowing how many people they've slept with or whatever might not be such a bad thing, because, STDs and all that sort of stuff. That's probably the only exception I'd be willing to make. And plus, I wouldn't want to date a 304. That's like a deal breaker for me personally.
We can still battle and trade cards and talk. Or B.
Hang on, let's read this next part. I'm sorry it's come down to this, but I've told you repeatedly in a nice way to stop, but you've never listened. Exactly! And then Chris had the absolute gall after the whole Megan saga ended to come to the conclusion that she was one of the trolls. Or the queen of the trolls. Unfucking believable, isn't it? Some people just can't be saved.
B. Never see me again.
I hope you will finally take what I just said into serious consideration and know now that if you try your advances again, I won't be very nice about it.
Chris replied immediately.
Gee, I wonder how... Oh god, look at the subject title. Hang on. Look at the subject title. Ouch, my heart. What, like she's fucking... What, like she's hurt you and it's only now that you realise she's not romantically interested in you? Come on, Chris.
Megan, sweetie, I never said anything about you being my girlfriend.
Yeah, but you implied that she was your girlfriend. You act like she's your girlfriend, even though she's not.
In the video, I said, the only song I know is Master Onion, which I got from a demo I borrowed from my friend, Megan. I truly care about your feelings.
And that's not what she was meaning, Chris. She was meaning the way you treat her in general.
And I am 500...
And that next sentence, I truly care about your feelings. First of all, he doesn't, and that's what I mean when I'm implying... When I'm saying he's implying that she's, his girlfriend.
100 times sorry. I never...
I meant what all I did when I talk about you to be complimentative and flattering. What, like you're trying to get her to be your girlfriend? Because that shit sounds like it's romantic, like flirting. Not the contrary, I was only trying to make you happy, which is bullshit.
I meant anything terrible. Granted, I've had one or two fantasies before.
Oh, fantasies. Yeah, like the she came for CWC thing.
But I sincerely would never intentionally do anything of the sort with you without your consent.
I somehow doubt that. Considering what he did to his mother.
Mean so much to me.
Another example of him implying that she's his girlfriend.
As you're aware, I'm guessing, I do not have many gal pals in or around Charlottesville.
What, are you implying that she's like your last fucking option? Like she's not your first? Yeah, not your first. That's shorter. That's sure to make her feel flattered, isn't it?
And I treasure having you in my life. And as my closest, sweetest friend I could ever have in this one-horse, virgin-only state.
This is an example of autism as well, is when you take names literally, like saying Virginia is the state for virgins. When in reality, the reason it's called Virginia is because it was named after Queen Elizabeth I. Because that's around about the time the English began colonizing the area. Maybe it was a little bit later, I don't know. But she was known as the Virgin Queen because she never got married. Doesn't mean she wasn't sexually active or anything. Who knows? Who knows?
If I lost you, it would totally shatter my heart, my soul, my being.
And another example of him implying her to be his girlfriend. Jesus fucking Christ, take a shot every time and you'll be fucking shit-faced in no time. It's like, it's kind of reminds me, you know, in Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin has the visions of his wife dying in childbirth, and he's like trying to do everything possible to stop that from happening. That kind of statement is what it kind of reminds me of. You know, I just remembered it's when you know, when Palpatine is you know, right after Mace Windu dies, and like Palpatine is kind of anointing Anakin into becoming Darth Vader, and he's like giving him commands, and Anakin's like, I will do whatever you want. Just help me save Padme. I can't live without her.
I cannot afford to lose you. I need you. Having you in my life and as my gal pal is essentially what keeps me from reverting to a sad, lonely, depressed, apocalyptic state like I have experienced before when that witch of a PVCC, Mary Lee Walsh, shattered my heart and soul when I was searching for a boyfriend-free, caring, smoke-free, non-alcoholic white girl to be...
The way he spells it out like that. I know I personally, not to try to sound racist or anything, but I personally wouldn't be into like African American women personally. Or at least the stereotypical one, you know, that's all ghetto and whatnot. But, you know, here's the thing, it's like, you'd be willing to put that aside if their personality is good. And that's why I said it was like the whole ghetto thing.
Be my friend, and over time maybe grow into a sweetheart.
Grow into a sweetheart? What, like she's a seed that you've got to plant into the ground and she will grow into that beautiful sweetheart.
Even right now, as I type this email, I feel like I have been torn vertically.
And this is Chris trying to play the victim as well, like Megan did something bad to him. But this is merely Megan responding to his like bullshit. He's not that ignorant. I think he's trying to make her feel bad by looking like a victim.
Too, and I'm typing on a keyboard that has been turned upwardly crooked from being banged against a raised knee. It really hurts.
Banged against a raised knee. Wonder if he did that literally.
Megan.
Hang on.
I love you.
Megan, I love you. Come on. Anyway, let's read this. I will remove the video from the internet as soon as per your request, and I really, really want you and me to still be friends. And as much as I truly understand how you feel about romance and love, I can't deny the feelings in my heart. I missed you so much. I would look at our sacred photo. Not one of the photos I saw of Chris and Megan did she look comfortable. And I would feel so much happier because I have you as my one and only single, solitary, once-in-a-lifetime like gal pal. In a way, I kind of see the desperation in Chris's mind at this point. Because it's like, sometimes it does feel like you know, good women like that are honestly about as rare as about as rare as a milkable duck, basically. Megan, I love ooh without the Y. Gotta go. Faithfully yours.
I gotta go. Chris edited his video the following day to remove the picture of Megan.
Good.
5 days later, Chris still hadn't heard from Megan, so he sent a follow-up email.
That's kind of interesting, actually, that she didn't bother responding to him.
I can't apologise enough for hurting you.
Hang on. It's been a while and I haven't heard anything from you, so I thought I would check in. Why does he do the 3-dot thing in the subject? I can only imagine what you may be feeling from the recent trauma. I truly care and worry about you. Where is it? I wanted to know that I blurted out my confession because my heart was hit so bad that it sprung a leak. It leaked pain, torment, and the deep feelings I had held in for so long. No wonder it was so easy for the trolls to mess with him and catfish him. He was just that damn desperate. It's really sad. I can't... Oh wait, hang on. Let's listen to this.
You in the way I did with my jealousy over the rule-violating winner. For my lonely, wandering hands wanting to feel your gentle and spunky soul.
God. Gentle and spunky soul. Look, keep it to yourself, Chris.
For fighting over such trivial gestures that some others were permitted to share with you, whereas you wouldn't permit me to for your reasons.
Yeah, but she knows you more than she knows these other people, Chris. And even if she knew these other people as much as you, chances are they treated her in a way that made her feel comfortable. Chances are it's because she trusted them and she knew perhaps that they didn't have these kind of feelings that you claim to have.
Truly, I would fall into an...
Not knowing your current feelings, not knowing what else is going on in your world, not knowing if you and I are still the closest friends to have ever been for almost 2 years, is all a great weight on my still recovering heart and tearful soul. It's hard for me to enjoy the things I did while I knew you and I were sweet friends, as I felt there could have been a strong foundation for my one bright future in this accursed, autistic life. But since I read that message last week and not having heard anything new from you, what, like it's just fucking breaking news that she's not interested in a romantic relationship? God. I can't lose you.
Infinite sinkhole
depression. I can't lose you, Megan Schroeder. You are the foundation of my happiness after the depression from my long, enduring love quest. This is like the worst possible things you could say to a woman if you want her to be attracted to you. It shows that you're way too over-invested in her and that you've got nothing else going on in your life. And I know it hurts to say, but it's the truth. And I'm not saying be a cold-hearted bastard or anything. It's okay to have emotions, but don't take it too far and don't let them control you.
If I lost you from my life, and it would be an unbearable tragedy.
Unbearable tragedy.
Megan didn't reply,
Sure.
but the two met again at the game place for their usual Friday hangouts and
Well, that's cool.
seemingly patched things over. By the end of August, they resumed their regular email correspondence.
Nice.
Predictably, Chris soon defaulted back to his obsessive state.
God. Oh. People never learn, do they?
On October 20th, Chris became...
Yeah, perhaps Walter Dahl from Prey was right. People act according to their nature, and there's nothing you can do about it. Who knows? I hope that's not the case, but if there was ever an example that affirms it. It's Chris Chan.
Jealous of one of Megan's male friends and
Oh,
sent the
God.
following email. The hugging was one thing.
Oh no! He kissed her on the cheek?
But when I heard the smack
Oh no, she kissed him on the cheek. Oh.
of your kiss on his cheek, it started a chain reaction.
Oh
in
my.
head. From oh my god to simultaneous infuriation and jealousy. I assure you that I would not do anything extreme to Christopher.
Yeah, sure.
Orig-
That was not... That was not extreme. Heaps of people introduce themselves like that. Granted, it's the most of the time I think of it, it's relatives, but still, it's not exactly uncommon. And plus,
Originally, I was not fond of him
because it's obvious that he was a homo.
because it was obvious that he was a homo.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
I am a homophobe. I fear them all, and I fear the tormenting temptations of falling off the straight path.
He sounds like a closeted gay man, in my opinion. But I guess it kind of makes sense in hindsight, considering he's now she, technically. I don't know. I don't think Chris got bottom surgery though.
But then I mentally, sometimes from a DVD,
Oh,
and
God.
if you'll pardon the expression, shove some pussy in my face.
So he has to watch porn not to feel sexual arousal towards men. Is that what he's saying?
I tell you what, if I ever stoop down to changing my path, I might as well would get a gender change operation.
And he still didn't do that. I think he did like a little piercing or something. In between the genitals and the excremental ejection organ. That sounds so cringe, doesn't it? I think he did like a little piercing as his pathetic attempt at bottom surgery. But this is the thing, bottom surgery is expensive. I've heard it costs tens of thousands of dollars, and that's just getting it done in Thailand. Shout out to Alice in Wonderland.
I've seen the episode of South Park where Mr. Garrison had that operation.
Wow.
They showed the gruesome details.
Yes, the gruesome details in a cartoon. Woo.
Ugh. I was programmed to be more favourable towards women over those of my gender. With the infinitely high boyfriend factor, I'm not...
I fucking love that. I love that expression, the infinitely high boyfriend factor. What do you think the percentage is of men that are in relationships these days? I don't think it's much.
fond of about...
I mean, at this point, if it is the case that all the women are just dating the top 5% of men or whatever that these the black pillars say, then it's what is the point of dating them? Because evidently they wouldn't be dating you for love. They'd be dating you because, oh, you've got the status, you're an alpha Chad or whatever. So what is the point? You're not going to get any genuine appreciation, any genuine kind of connection. It's just going to be all about the money, all about your looks, all about it's not worth it. It's not.
99.99999999999999%
99999.
total male population, with a margin of error of the 4 billionth of a percent for about 100 men, of whom are okay acquaintances.
Like Liquid Chris.
Those doofs get all the luck, having a sweetheart to care for and to be cared from.
God, he sounds a lot like Elliot Rodger here, doesn't he?
Getting all the hugs, kisses and emotional support, and the security of a solid future without loneliness and with love and children.
Yeah,
And
he's
besides
he's 10 years older than Elliot Rodger, and he still had that kind of level of immaturity.
my autism is not much help on the programming of my mind.
Oh, no shit, Sherlock. It's not exactly no help, but it's not something that would automatically, destroy your chances of doing anything. It makes shit a lot harder, yes, but it's not your fault.
my life.
Oh, my life. Oh, is this the She Came for CWC? Ooh, Encyclopedia Dramatica. Okay, we'll just skip this part. We'll just skip this little montage. There's Hatsune Miku. Some Japanese. Get rickrolled.
On October 26th, 2007, Chris Chan was taking part in his usual Friday Pokemon battles.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh no, it's Pokemon.
An onlooker decided.
That has to be the perfect photo of him. It's also, you can see the seriousness on his face, like he's genuinely gives a shit about trying to win some Pokemon thing.
Decided to take a covert photograph of Chris and posted it to the infamous online image board 4chan.
Oh god.
The following day,
You're over 18 and play Pokemon. We have no friends, so can I have your friends code? That picture is unto God.
On the Something Awful forums, shared Chris's website and began a discussion around his love life.
Sonichu.
Others joined in, providing that
The video on the page, priceless. People are starting to get the Sonichu and discussions mixed up on the other thread, and I think Sonichu really merits his own separate discussion thread, don't you? Not really, no. Also, that page took forever to load because of all the garbage on it. I'm laughing pretty hard at that video though, and his room is that the Parappa the Rapper contest. Fuck, that was funny, that video. Oh. Okay, the best part of his page is the part where he makes a fake winner page for the PlayStation contest. That was apparently the reason he shot a video of himself rapping alongside the Chop Master Onion.
their own knowledge and experiences relating to Chris. Over the next few days, the story of Chris Chan and Sonichu began to spread throughout various internet forums. As he gained notoriety, people started creating their own absurd and
I fucking love the straw photo, it's so funny.
offensive artwork based on Chris's original characters. By November 3rd, someone created an article about Chris on the Encyclopedia Dramatica, a satirical Wikipedia-style website centered around troll culture.
Just a little tip: if you wanna see certain videos that aren't on the internet, the mainstream internet, consider going here or archives. It's a little tip.
That same day, a 4chan user named Evan.
It's where I got the funny Randy stare memes from.
Christopher George.
Well, except for the ones that I made myself, like the GIF of him, you know, deep throating his barrel.
Decided to send a collection of fan art to Chris over email. Unsurprisingly, Chris responded.
I like the one with me and the girlfriend audition. Oh, yes.
Your fan art contributions. In constructive criticism, I like the one with me and the girlfriend auditions, as well as.
But I'm feeling great detest towards the other two. Sonichu and I are not of that nature at all.
Glaring in the eyes of the blue guy, but I'm feeling great detest towards the other two. Sonichu.
If you would like to make it up for me, though, please draw a strip of Rosachu stripping for Sonichu and have him fuck her. And draw Rosachu blank and blank. I don't know what those are. I am straight, damn it. I will not be veered in any other disgustingly grotesque direction. Again, most nasty fan arts are not appreciated at all. Please feel free to share that quote with the rest of the fans. He thinks they're fans.
You and I are not of that nature at all. If you would like to make it up to me though, please draw a strip of Rosechew stripping for Sonichu and have him f*** her. And draw Rosechew is the other hump and his hooks. I am straight, damn it.
Oh, I bet he means Rosachu orgasming or something like that.
I'll be veered in any other disgustingly... Please feel free to share that quote with the rest of the fans. Evan replied with a requested comic strip.
Oh, I am all yours, Sonichu.
But decided to give Rose...
Oh, Rosachu, I am zapping you to the extreme.
A large ejaculating penis, much to Chris's disgust. Do me a favour, draw a vagina on my Rose Chew.
Draw that precious china on her. Rosachu is a girl, she never had a freaking pickle. Funnily enough, later on down the line, Chris actually made Rosachu into a trans girl.
Rose Chew is a girl. She never had a freaking pickle. If I see one more freaking pickle, and you may spread this
Actually, I think that was an Idea Guys thing.
To other adult fan artists, I will create you in Soul Calibur 3 and beat you up like there's no tomorrow.
Yes, I'll push you off a cliff in Minecraft. Wow.
On November 3rd, Chris emailed Megan about his newfound internet fame.
Okay, it's past the 30-minute mark and it's almost a freaking hour it's almost a fucking hour I've been recording this, so I think we're gonna end it off here at the 31-minute mark. There's gonna be some really good shit coming up. Really good. And again, go subscribe to Fox Pawpaws. He is absolutely fantastic. Legendary creator. Anyway, thank you for watching, I guess, and have a good day. A better day than fucking I've been... Well, a better week than I've been having. Jesus Christ. Fucking computer, I swear to God. I just want to get this freaking Windows bullshit done. I bet it's just some stupid, dumb, small fix, you know? I bet that's literally all it is. I mean, it worked perfectly fine on my fucking laptop.